It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here, Echo Zero, on a rather hot day. And just a few minutes ago, I finished watching the 2025 Amazon Prime movie, War of the Worlds, the latest take on War of the Worlds, starring Clark Gregg, who best known, he played Agent Carson on Agents of Shield and some of the Marvel movies. It also stars Ice Cube. And this movie, I think, is a rather interesting take on the War of the Worlds story. We've seen, multiple different takes are usually the same. Aliens attacking, some guy's got to protect his kid, save the world, whatever. Now, Ice Cube plays this guy named Will Wafford. What he does is he's a threat assessment and surveillance guy for a Department of Homeland Security. And his day starts off as just another day at work. He's, assessing threats and keeping an eye on his two kids, because I'm guessing he has, I guess his wife is deceased, and he's, really kind of keeping an eye on his two kids. Faith is, a doctor or something who's working on some kind of new medical thing. She's pregnant, engaged to a guy named Mark, who works for Amazon Prime. He does deliveries. Airs on Amazon Prime and has a character who works for Amazon Prime. Also, he has a son named David. David is an aspiring gamer or whatever. Anyways, it shows him he's spying on his daughter. He sees what she's eating at some bodega or whatever, and he's like, "Well, you shouldn't have got that muffin or whatever, or croissant or whatever. You should have got that egg. You're pregnant. You need to eat better." And he hacks into her fridge. He's able to see what's in there. You need to go get some groceries. Stuff that's really the stuff that's really healthy for you. She's like, "Dad, you shouldn't be doing that." And then when his son's gaming, he's basically on Steam. He hacks into his son's account while his son's gaming and deletes his son's game. It's looks like a flight simulator. Maybe some tension between him. Definitely some tension between him and his kids. But then he goes about his day. They're looking for someone called the Disruptor, who's been causing trouble for them. And this woman who I guess she works for, I don't know if it's NASA or the weather thing, and she's like, "Have you seen all these weather patterns?" And she's showing it to him. It's like, "Oh, well, hey, I don't monitor weather. I monitor people." And then they're able to find this, or they think they find this guy, Disruptor, and they go to this apartment building. They go to this apartment. It's empty, save for a chair and a laptop and the power source, a few other things, or whatever. They're like, okay, this guy pulled a fast one on us. He misled us. But then these meteors start striking the Earth, thousands of them, whatever. And it's like, oh shit, hundreds of thousands, whatever. It's like, oh shit. And then his one friend who was she's NASA, I guess is what she works for. She goes to look at one, and he's watching it, and something comes out of it. And now these alien tripod things, the giant machines that we've seen them use in the other War of the World movies, are basically carrying all these attacks. They are attacking it's all stuff like communication, of power and water, stuff that we generally need. However, it ends up turning out that's all a diversion, because they're actually after all data. Because apparently these things feast on information, on data. Now, I don't want to get any more into the movie, but I think it's really good. Maybe even, in my opinion, the best performance from Ice Cube, because we see him. He's literally, all his scenes are in this room. The only time he communicates with somebody is via a Zoom call or a Skype call or something. He really, or FaceTime or whatever, he does not communicate with anybody otherwise. But we see him he's trying to do his job, trying to assess the situation, collect all this data to give to his boss, Bradford, I think it is, played by Clark Gregg, and all these other guys, and into the president. He's trying to get all this stuff, but he's sweating bullets because he's worried about his kids, particularly his daughter, who's pregnant. I had seen the trailer for this, was it last week? And I kind of was intrigued by what I saw. Familiar with what I've seen. I do believe I've seen the original War of the Worlds. I saw the Tom Cruise one. I know there have been other adaptations. I have the over yonder. I think it's on the. You can see that. See that Gremlin thing. Next is the G.I. Joe thing, and I believe right behind it, on the shelf above it, is the complete late 1980s War of the Worlds TV show, which was a sequel to the original movie. Um, I really did enjoy this. I mean, yeah, the alien ships, aren't exactly the best looking, but then again, they don't exactly give us that good of a look at them. But like watching everything, him basically, he's pretty much has no one really probably to act off. Again, since unless it's like on a conference call, or Zoom, or Skype or something, and so you'll get like when he's like something will happen to one of his kids, and they're like, "Oh, please let them be okay, please let them be okay." And you can see him, no, Ansel, Fate, David. It's like, oh wow. I really do suggest if you have Amazon Prime, watch this. If you have a friend who's got Amazon Prime, go to the house and make them watch it. I do hope they make a physical release of this. I doubt they will, but I really would like to add this to my collection. Because this movie, I really enjoyed. And the fact that I don't watch a lot of newer movies, I'm not known. People who have talked to me have known me. I don't really watch that many newer movies. I like older movies. These are all older movies. Everything that's over there is older movies. I got movies over there that are older. My newest movie is... I don't know. Godzilla movie? Maybe the last King Kong Godzilla thing with the robotic arm or whatever. Oh, it might have been... Maxine might be the latest one. So I don't really do newer stuff. But I did enjoy this. And I do highly suggest checking this out if you have a chance. But if you have seen it, tell me what you think. But anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go film another video. And then I want to turn this on because we really do have a heat advisory here. And apparently, I must have cut myself or something because I'm seeing what looks like a wound on my eyebrow. So I gotta go check that out too. But I am the Pacific Northwest Geek. And I will see you on the flip side. Tuda, bye Felicia, Lou.